Peter, we're down here at Elite Boxing where I've just been watching a great 6 rounds final spar with Savannah Marshall and a very talented GB boxer in Cindy. I can't pronounce Cindy's surname. But a girl who's helped Savannah all the way through her career.
I can't thank Cindy enough, and Matt as well, the trainer, and everybody involved. Dave, Phil, they've been excellent. She's gives Savannah excellent rounds, always there, always helps Savannah. Couldn't be a better scenario.
And this is almost coming home for you, because we were just talking before, your gym was just down the road, literally, a stone's throw away from here.
That's right.
The old Team Fury gym.
That's right, yeah. The only reason we stopped going there because it's too far for me to travel every day.
Well, where you live?
I'm south Manchester, Congleton. Cheshire.
Oh, well, that's where your new gym is. I've not been down there, but I know Aggie well, and they're often down there with you, following Savannah's journey.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. So good memories up here. Yeah, but it's always good to be to come back up here. And she had a final spar. Yeah, she's had a final spar. She'll do 4 or 6 rounds body spar tomorrow to finish off. And that's it, we're done. It's a fight week.
Well, I just spoke with her and she's extremely confident. And I was asking her because as an amateur, I remember speaking to quite a few people, and she perhaps didn't achieve as much as people expected to achieve, especially with the win over Clarissa as an amateur back in 2012. I think it was the World Championships, wasn't it? And I was saying, you said she lacked a little bit of confidence sometimes. And it seems like that's where you really come in with her and gave her this inner steel now that's made her the champion that she is.
She's a good fighter. Yeah, look, amateur and pro boxing is different, and it's all about developing the fighter. Some fighters take longer than others. They develop over time. We've been together now 5 years. She's a world champion. So yeah. She's a phenomenal talent, as you can see there when she spars. People think, oh, it's just a big puncher. That's certainly not the case, and you've witnessed
but she is though.
She's a big puncher, but she can box as well.
It's a phenomenal record. I mean, for anyone, but in female boxing, to have 12 wins with 10 KOs, I mean, that's unprecedented. It's phenomenal. And not only, we're talking about Savannah here, but you've got April Hunter down there. It seems like you've got a load of guys that have emigrated from the northeast down to your gym, because there's another big guy down there, Will Howe, who I think went helping Hughie when Hughie had the big. Well, it didn't happen because he was ill. But was he going to fight Christian Heyman? Was it? Who was he going to fight?
Yeah, I think he come down for Christian Hammer.
Yeah.
He's been down a few times, once or twice, and we approached him to help us out for the Michael Hunter fight. He came to France, and and he done very well there. Nice young fella. His dad asked me, we were willing to work with him and do a bit with him, and I said, look, no problem. He's getting his pro license, and
hopefully he'll be out next year.
We'll see him on next year, yeah.
Yeah, and a very talented amateur himself, and won a lot of national titles.
He's a good fighter. He's a solid heavyweight. He's not the tallest. He's 6'3", but you don't.
Quite light on his feet, though, isn't he?
Well, you don't need to be tall when you're heavily set, because he's a 17.5 stone man, so he's not a small heavyweight. He's not like a short and a light heavyweight. He's still on about 20, is he? He's 20 years of age.
Yeah.
But he walks around out the gym 19, 20 stone. He's a proper heavyweight. So yeah, he's a good talent. I'm sure he'll do good things.
And then there's I've just seen it. Is he your nephew?
He's my great
James Dean Fury.
He's my late brother Jimmy's grandson.
Right. And then another kid who I just filmed at the weekend, a new one to your stable, absolutely cracking kid, Jake Andrews, Jumbo.
He's he comes down, he does his training, and he's with us now, trains there every day, and he's just getting better and better, that kid.
Well, it was his third fight, wasn't his third win. He was really poorly. He was on looked like he was almost on death's door. He was in hospital. And was it COVID or something he had?
Yeah, he got pneumonia of the lungs. He was really struggling.
Yeah.
So, no, good things, you know. I'm happy because I've got proper nice people in the gym, you know, and for utmost, that's why they're there, because they've all got a backstory, and they're nice kids, and they come from good families and everything else. So
I like that, Peter, because you don't necessarily pick the best. You don't cherry pick. You know, if someone comes to you and you like them, then you'll work with them, won't you?
Listen, I've got a young fighter with me. He's got no money, he's got nothing. He can't get from A to B, can't pay medicals, can't pay for this, can't pay for that. Look, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But look, you know, the thing is for me, is to help them kids get a start. You know, at least they're not into no crime or nothing shit like that, and they can fight. So if there wasn't people like me around to give them a lift and let them flourish in their career and go forward, where are they going to be?
No.
People need to help these kids.
Well, I think
it's a hobby for me anyway, to be honest with you. It's not really a business, so if it was a business, I'd be the worst businessman on the planet. So like I say, it's
John Steve Wood then.
well, you know, it's never good boxing. But I love the sport. Like
it's a passion, isn't it?
Like helping the young kids and bringing them through against the odds. That's the thing for me. It's all challenges, but mainly is to they do good. And like I said, I love the boxing, and they're getting something out of it. They enjoy it, and they're progressing their careers. They're young, aren't they? You know, so if they can do well, it's a very good thing.
Yeah. Going off subject now, because we've just caught up with yourself and what's happening with you. But this weekend, we're not sure if there's going to be a huge fight. I mean, we've got a huge fight actually. We've got a huge show up in Doncaster Races. But the one that everyone's talking about is Benn against Eubank Jnr. Do you think it's going to go ahead?
I've no idea. Well, if he's not suspended, then it could go ahead. But if the Boxing Board of Control say no, it can't, then there'll have to be an emergency court hearing, I'd imagine, and it'll just depend on the ruling of that.
If it does go ahead, who would you be going with?
I've always said I slightly favour Eubank in the fight. But only on sheer experience. I've always said young Benn's a terrific fighter, and he is. He's getting better and better. But just on experience level and the time he's been involved, and you know, I think young Eubank should edge it. But what I will say, that Varda is a proper testing people. They're good. Yeah. Savannah's under it right now, and I've had my fighters under them for quite a bit. They are severe, you know. So I've heard stories where UCAD's not picked it up, but Varda's testing's picked it up, because Varda's not. It's not voluntary.
Right.
You know, either fighter from either end can request it. You know, they can insist on that Varda testing. You know, so they are very thorough.
Yeah, like I say, it intrigues me. It's not a fight. I just think for
you know
me,
what, people, I see all these Twitter feeds and I look at some of them. You know, we've been in similar situations in the past ourselves, and all what portrays is not fact a lot of the time. So you know, it's like somebody saying, you know, that little girl's been attacked and he's done it. You know, and the poor fucker hasn't done it at all.
Yeah.
You know, what do? You stove his head in with a brick, or do you let the fella?
Yeah, let him prove it. All the time will tell.
Well, exactly. Some people say don't smoke without fire, and that could be true. But like I said, I'm not going to criticise anybody. You know, it's not for me to do. But I don't. Listen, how would I know anyway?
No.
Do you know? Do I know?
No.
I'm not part of their team. No. But at the end of it, what I do know is Varda are good. You know, so I don't know what's going on. We'll have to just wait and see.
And while we're going back to yourself, Hughie, what's happening?
Hughie's taking total rest. He's tired. He comes in the gym, he works, and he's just zapped of all strength.
So you're going to let him have a nice little rest and then resume his career early in the new year?
Well, he's going down to Harley Street on this Thursday, and he's having some unique injections. They're like gold injections, you know, and to help him with his long COVID.
Right.
You know, because that's what I'm saying he's got. Because he's had cameras inside, he's had all the checks, he thought he had celiac, you know, and but he's gone through that. There's always positive to come out of negative, because he missed the dairy out, you know. Well, he's intolerant to dairy anyway, but he was cutting things out like gluten and various other things. And he had him checked, he had a camera inside, they've gone all the way through, and he hasn't. And if your body's not right, it's not right. If your body's right and it's 100%, get in there and have a fight. You know, if you come unstuck, it's because the man's better than you. That's it, that's my philosophy. But if you're not healthy, and you're fatigued, and it's week after week, without doing a lot of training, and you're not recovering, and you have like a week off, 2 weeks off, come back in the gym, you're still not recovering, there's obviously an underlying issue. So he just needs total rest, and he's getting the correct treatment for what he's.
He's still young, isn't it? Was the heavyweight, what, 27?
He's just turned 28.
He's just turned 28, so he's still.
I'm in no panic with you. He's one fight away, and he's there, and I haven't got the slightest problem with it. As a matter of fact, I'm slightly happier with him because he's been in the gym since he was 14. He's not had a break, so I just said leave the gym alone. I think he's gone abroad now. He's gone to Spain for a bit, and he's just chilling out. So it'd be good for him mentally and physically as well.
Brilliant. Well, Peter, it's been an absolute pleasure. It was a pleasure to watch Savannah today, and April. I forgot we didn't mention April. April was just sparring Eubank Jnr, who's got a title fight. I think at the end of next month. Oh, April also fighting on the undercard of Savannah's world title fight.
She is improving all the time, getting better, slowly but surely.
How long has April been with you?
I don't know. She's had one fight with me already, probably coming up towards a year or something. It's getting on there. But yeah, she's improving. Remember, this game, it's slow gains. There's never any quick gains. It takes years. And I'm getting older. They're getting
wiser though.
They're getting stronger. I don't know. I'll have to ask the wife that when I go back today.
Peter, an absolute pleasure, mate.
Pleasure.
Let's say, first time on camera, mate. So thank you very much, and good luck for a week on Saturday.
Thank you, and all the best.
Take care, Peter. Bye bye.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.